Tonight, students fight against child abuse.
Plus, one way to find a job after graduation. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for April 1st, 2013. I'm Amanda Ford.
And I am Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. Child abuse happens all over the world, including here in Pike County. One Pike County organization is continuing its stance to stop this heinous crime. Justin McNelly has the story.
On Monday afternoon, representatives of the city of Troy partnered with the Pike County Child Advocacy Center to proclaim the month of April as Child Abuse Awareness Month. People gathered at the center in downtown Troy to show support for this worthy cause.
We're doing this proclamation to let people know and educate people about the stats and what's actually going on in the community that they don't hear about. Children are getting abused sexually, they're getting neglected, and people need to know what's going on so we can help those children and stop the abuse.
Downing says that last year alone there were more than 150 investigations into abuse cases, and there were many more that were not even reported. And the center offers several ways to assist a child or family in need.
We provide crisis counseling for the children. We do extended forensic interview sessions. Those are for the little ones that cannot build up rapport just in that one interview. So they'll come back for 3 to 5 sessions. We also have a community clothing closet. People can come in and actually not go shopping, but get some clothing, diapers. We provide a lot of family resources that the community really doesn't know about.
The Kappa Delta Sorority of Troy partners with the center every year by putting on events to help raise money to benefit the need for this center.
Well, in March we have our annual Shamrock, and this year we did a Color Me Katie 5K, a regular 5K, and a 1 mile fun run. And 80% of the proceeds that we raised go to the Pike County CAC, and the other 20% goes to National Prevent Child Abuse America. We raised a little over $17,000. So after expenses and everything, 80% of that came to the CAC, and that was $12,000.
Justin McNelly, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Downing asked that people wear blue on Fridays to honor Blue Fridays to help spread the word about child abuse.
Today also marks the start of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and one Troy University organization is hoping to spread awareness through a variety of activities. Troy Sexual Assault and Violence Education Project, or SAVE, will hold their These Hands Don't Hurt event this Wednesday. The event allows students to show they are against sexual assault. These Hands Don't Hurt will be on the Bibb Graves Quad from 10 to 2. In addition, the SAVE project will cover the campus with sexual assault awareness posters, banners, and brochures throughout the month. The SAVE project also wants anyone who has been a victim of sexual violence to know help is available at the SAVE project offices. To contact the SAVE project, you can call 670-3700.
Troy students have the chance to find that first job after graduation this Thursday. Troy's Office of Career Services will hold their annual Spring Career Fair this Thursday in Sartain Hall. Over 40 different companies and organizations will be on hand with students to talk about potential future employments or internships. Coordinator of Career Services Lauren Cole says the fair is a good chance for students to get a good idea of what might be available in the job market.
Just come in, dress professional, and don't stay 5 minutes. Plan to actually go, network with these companies, spend at least a half hour, an hour if you want to get to see all the tables. It's a great way to start getting their name in with a business that they're interested in.
The career fair will be in Sartain Hall on Thursday, April 4th from 9 a.m. until noon.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Birmingham, a new survey of Alabama teachers finds that a majority of them support having armed security officers in their schools. The same survey found that teachers who responded said they oppose allowing administrators and teachers having guns in school.
And in Opelika, police are investigating a double stabbing that claimed the life of one man and left his brother injured. The Opelika Auburn News reports that the violence happened around 6 p.m. last night at the Brookhaven Trailer Park on Hurst Street. Opelika police say several individuals were involved in the altercation, which subsequently led to the stabbings.
And in Decatur, the city is considering whether to become the home of a new arts and entertainment district. Council members are set to vote on the proposal, which includes a provision to let people carry alcoholic beverages on some streets.
And still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, the baseball team got their spring cleaning started early by giving out the brooms on Sunday. Danielle Purcell will be in with those details when she joins us next in sports.
But first, the man accused of killing 12 people and wounding dozens at a Colorado movie theater could face the death penalty. We'll have that and more after the break.
James Holmes finds out he could now face the death penalty if convicted. Bobby Gatchaban at the courthouse in Centennial, Colorado. We'll have that story coming up.
I've been taking classes at Troy Online for years. The staff and the professors, they care about developing me, not just academically, but in my future career. I feel that Troy is preparing me for my next mission.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education that can take you anywhere you want to go. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
I'm John Phillips. I'm an active duty soldier attending school full-time, and I choose Troy.
He serves his party best, who serves the country best. Rutherford B. Hayes.
Patriotism is easy to understand in America. It means looking out for yourself by looking out for your country. Calvin Coolidge.
Government is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid. Ronald Reagan.
There's nothing wrong in America that can't be fixed of what is right in America. William Clinton.
Be the we now.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Amanda Ford at the Global News Desk. Amanda?
Thanks, Bailey. Prosecutors say justice is death for James Holmes. They will seek the death penalty for the man accused of going on a shooting spree inside a Colorado movie theater. They announced their intentions in court this morning. CBS News correspondent Begod Shaban reports from the courthouse in Centennial, Colorado.
25-year-old James Holmes sat quietly in a Colorado courtroom as he learned he could now be put to death if convicted of murder. Victims and family members of those killed packed the courtroom as prosecutors made the announcement. Holmes is charged with killing 12 people and wounding 70 others at an Aurora, Colorado movie theater last July.
He took my good friend from this earth.
Brian Beard says the decision brought him relief. His friend Alex Sullivan was killed.
The only way death will receive justice when somebody murders somebody else is death.
Defense attorneys were seeking a plea deal that would have put Holmes behind bars for life to avoid the death penalty. But prosecutors say there never was an official offer. The judge here in Centennial is delaying the trial start date until early next year. It was supposed to begin in August. Both sides admit this case could take longer than expected. Amanda Medic says regardless of what happens, she and her family are already sentenced to a life of punishment because of Holmes's actions.
I hate him, and hate's such a strong word. I hate him.
Her younger sister, 23-year-old Michaela, was among the dead.
I just miss my sister. I miss my sister.
Do you think anything will ever help that pain go away?
Can you get me a new sister?
Holmes now faces 166 felony counts for a shooting massacre that lasted only minutes. Begod Shaban, CBS News, Centennial, Colorado.
The district attorney's office is closed today in Kaufman County, Texas, and there's extra security at the courthouse. Prosecutors across the state are on high alert after the murder of the Kaufman DA over the weekend. Marley Hall has the latest.
The home of the Kaufman County District Attorney is a crime scene. A massive investigation is underway after 63-year-old DA Mike McClelland and his wife were shot and killed over the weekend. The county judge called the murders unbelievable.
This whole thing is shocking to all of us, and we've got to move forward.
The killings come just 2 months after McClelland's assistant DA, Mark Hassey, was gunned down in broad daylight. At the time, McClelland said a white supremacist gang may have been involved, and he vowed to find the killers.
We're very confident that we're going to find you, we're going to pull you out of whatever hole you're in, and we're going to bring you back and let the people of Kaufman County prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
Investigators are looking into possible connections with the groups McClellan had been targeting. They have not found physical evidence linking the 3 murders, but Judge Bruce Wood says he expects a connection.
It would seem to me that this is not just a random act. It would seem to me that there has to be some connection.
McClelland was a former Army officer who served in Iraq. He always carried a gun and refused to be intimidated by the danger of his job. It's now up to the governor of Texas to appoint a new district attorney to fill out the rest of McClelland's term. Marley Hall for CBS News.
Congress could be close to its first major immigration overhaul in more than 2 decades. A bipartisan group of senators may be close to a deal that could reach the floor for a vote later this spring. We get more from Danielle Nottingham in Washington.
Congressional negotiators are working behind the scenes to have an immigration deal ready when lawmakers get back from break. The so-called Gang of 8 senators, 4 Democrats and 4 Republicans, cleared a major hurdle with labor and business groups. They've signed off on a guest worker program that could allow tens of thousands of low-skilled workers to come to the U.S. for construction, hotel, and restaurant jobs. Another major sticking point is a pathway to citizenship for the illegal immigrants already here in the U.S.
And I think people over time have become more comfortable when they see the steps that have to be taken before somebody gets on that path to citizenship.
According to a congressional aide with knowledge of the talks, those steps include paying fines and multiple applications for worker permits. The citizenship process will take more than 10 years. Many Republicans are being cautious about rushing a Senate bill that won't pass the GOP-controlled House. But many reform advocates say momentum is on their side. Laura Vasquez represents the National Council of La Raza.
For our community, we're paying close attention to it, and we want to see lawmakers enact immigration reform in 2013.
President Obama has made immigration reform a top priority of his second term and has his own wish list for reform. Senators say a vote on comprehensive immigration reform could come as early as May. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.
And that wraps things up from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, you can tune in to Trojan Vision Global News right after the nightly news. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Amanda. Now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, busy weekend for Trojan Athletics. We had the baseball team playing at home, and they had a good outcome.
Well, that's right, Bailey. They entered the weekend on a 3-game winning streak and extended that streak over the weekend. So let's get into a game wrap-up.
Sounds good.
Now that Middle Tennessee is leaving the Sun Belt Conference, the chances of them returning to Riddle Pace Field will drop a bit. And with the reception the Trojan baseball team gave the Blue Raiders this weekend, it's unlikely they will want to come back anytime soon. Justin McNally has the details.
Hoping to extend their 3-game winning streak, the Trojan baseball team took to the field against rival Middle Tennessee State on Friday for a 3-game series. The Friday night opener sent the Trojans home with an unforgettable win. After misplaying a fly ball in left field that scored the tying run, Josh McDormand stepped up to the plate and delivered a game-winning single to give the Trojans a 3-2 win.
It was a tough play in the gap, and I was fortunate enough to get to it and wish I had come down with it. But I knew these guys were going to pick me up and get on base, and it just happened to be my turn coming up to bat. So I was looking forward to the opportunity and cashed in.
Saturday was more the same from the Trojan pitching staff as junior Will Starling pitched lights out for 7 shutout innings, and Nate Hill and Matt Howard preserved the shutout. Howard would also add an RBI on the day, and the Trojans would take home the 3-0 victory.
Every time he got in a jam, he made that big pitch to get himself out of the jam. I just thought he pitched extremely well in getting out of jams.
And with a chance for the sweep on Sunday, the Trojans sent Shane McCain to the mound. McCain threw 7 innings and recorded 9 strikeouts on the way to a 5-3 win. Logan Pierce had a good day from the plate as he went 3 for 4 with an RBI, and Tyler Vaughn added 2 more RBIs as well.
Shane McCain was outstanding, electric early in the game. I mean, he's just been fantastic. He was again today, and that's the story of today's game.
Oh, man, they're everything. They're throwing so good right now. I don't know who's going to beat us because they're just incredible. It's where it starts. And we put runs on the board, but they keep runs on the scoring.
Justin McNally, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans will take on Alabama State tomorrow night for a chance of redemption after a loss to the Hornets earlier in the season. First pitch will be at 6 o'clock. And on Saturday, fans had the chance to enjoy Troy sports throughout the day and even get in a little tailgating. The football team was on the field for practice in the morning and had their first scrimmage of the spring at the end of practice. The team has moved into full pads and is almost halfway through the spring schedule. In the scrimmage, there were a couple of good pops, including a few where players commented they almost forgot they were hitting a teammate. Sounds like a good sign that these players have the right mindset, though. The Trojans have practice every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and will have their final scrimmage of the spring on April 20th with the annual T-Day game. The Troy University track and field team had a successful day at the Jaguar Invitational at South Alabama on Saturday. Troy won 8 events on the day, including both 4x100 meter relays and the 4x400 meter relay. Individually, JaCourtney Alexander won the 400 meter dash and 400 meter hurdles. Benjamin Martin won the 100 meter dash, with Jordan Landberg placing third. Landberg would then go on to win the 200 meter dash. Nicola Bola won the hammer throw, finishing the event by almost 7 meters. And Jasmine Patton and Christina Barrett took second and third in the 100-meter hurdles. Next up for the Trojans is the Tiger Track Classic this Friday and Saturday in Auburn. And after picking up a win against DePaul on Saturday, the Trojan men's tennis team couldn't wrap up the weekend with another win. The Trojans dropped a 4-0 decision to Illinois State in the Middle Tennessee Shootouts consolation bracket final on Sunday. Troy lost all 4 of the day's singles matches in 3 sets. With the loss, the Trojans' record drops to 8-13 on the year. The Trojans return to the court on Tuesday when they traveled to take on South Alabama, a team they fell to on Saturday in the first round of the MT Shootout. Troy has just 3 regular season matches remaining before opening the Sun Belt Championships on April 18th in Lafayette, Louisiana. And last week, we reported on the expansion of the Sun Belt Conference with the additions of App State, Georgia Southern, Idaho, and New Mexico State. But the news this week isn't about expansion for the Trojans Conference. It's the Conference USA that will be adding Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers will be leaving the Sun Belt in 2014, replacing Tulsa in the CUSA. That means 5 former Sun Belt schools, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, North Texas, Middle Tennessee, and Western Kentucky, will all be Conference USA members. Early speculation is that James Madison or Liberty could be possible replacements in the Sun Belt. So Amanda, Bailey, good news for the baseball team, being able to extend that winning streak. It's up to 6 games now, getting the sweep of Middle Tennessee in the final conference series against them. So good luck, and hopefully they can get a win tomorrow night as well.
Absolutely. Congratulations and best of luck.
Hopefully there'll be lots of fans out there to support them.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Danielle. Still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, find out how you can get involved in Troy's latest community project.
But first, we saw a lot of rain this weekend, but today was bright and sunny. Will the spring temperatures stay? Jamarlo?
Well, Bailey, we will continue to see warm temperatures throughout the week, but as well as a chance of showers. I have more coming up next in weather.
It's not over. Japan still needs our help. This is not yesterday's news. It's happening now. This is Japan now. Let's help.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running through the grass, exploring streams. But times have changed. Today's indoor kids spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Outdoor play improves kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity, and could even make them better students. There's a reason they call it the great outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Now Jamarla Phillips joins us for a look at weather.
So, Jamarlo, we saw some nice temperatures today, great weather. Are we looking to see that stick around for the rest of this week?
Well, the temperatures will stick around for the rest of the week, but we may have a chance of showers coming into our forecast very soon. But I'll get into more of that right now. But first, let's take a look across Bibb Gray's quad right now. We can see that the students are leaving from classes, headed to the dorms, finishing out the day. It's been a beautiful day on the campus of Troy. Taking a look at our current temperatures, we can see that we're experiencing a high of 75 right now, a low of 49 degrees. There was no rain in our area for today. Sun rose this morning at 6:32 a.m. and will set at 7:04 p.m. Taking a look at our temperatures from around the state, we can see that we're experiencing those high 60 to low 70 degree temperatures across the state right now. We can see that Mobile is sitting down here at 69 degrees with sunny skies. We can move up to the north in Huntsville, 67, partly cloudy skies. Birmingham, 72. Montgomery, 77. Troy, we're sitting at 75 degrees right now. Phoenix City at 77 and Dothan at 75 degrees. Been warm all across the state for today. Taking a look at our current temperatures in the southeast right now, we can see that again we're experiencing those mid 70 degree temperatures, but as we move southward down into the Florida area, Tampa sitting at 78 degrees, Orlando 84, and Jacksonville 81. Very warm down in the Florida area right now. Taking a look at our current temperatures across the United States, as we can see again in our area, we're still experiencing those warm temperatures, but as we move northward, we can see that the Michigan areas, they're experiencing some very cooler temperatures ranging from the low 30s to mid 40s in those areas. Taking a look at our current surface map across the United States, we can see that we have a cold front that's pushing down to the southeast area of the United States right now, as well as a stationary front just right under that other cold front. Taking a closer look into our area, we can see that again, this cold front right here, this is where we may be experiencing a decrease in temperatures in the next few hours or so. But as we go into our precipitation forecast for the next 48 hours, we can see that we may be experiencing maybe under a quarter inch of rain for the next 48 hours. So definitely be on the lookout for that. As we go into Tuesday's forecast, Tuesday our area will remain clear. Going into Wednesday, that chance of showers will come back into our area, where we may be experiencing, like I said before, up to a quarter inch of rain or maybe even less than that. And as we go into Thursday's forecast, that rain will increase, a higher chance of showers in our area, maybe up to a half an inch of rain, as well as in northern portions of Alabama and Louisiana and Georgia as well. Taking a look at Friday's forecast, Friday that rain will begin to push out of our area, moving into the western portions of the Carolina areas, and as well as the Georgia areas, and also down in the Florida areas as well. As we take a look at tonight's forecast, tonight we'll be seeing mainly clear skies, light and variable winds coming from the north at about 5 miles per hour with a low of 48 degrees. It's still going to be cool tonight, so make sure that you grab a jacket if you plan on getting out or decide on doing any activities for tonight. Taking a look at tomorrow's forecast, tomorrow we'll be seeing mainly sunny skies. Tomorrow will be a very nice day to get outside and enjoy the weather, especially before Wednesday. But take a look at our 4-day forecast. We can see that for Tuesday, again, sunny skies, a high of 77 degrees, a low of 49 degrees. Wednesday, we'll have a 50% chance of precipitation, as well as partly cloudy skies and a low of 56 degrees. And on Thursday, a 90% chance of thunderstorms. Friday, a high of 70 degrees and partly cloudy skies. So, Bailey, Amanda, it seems as if for the rest of the week we'll still continue to see those warmer temperatures. But as we look at Wednesday and Thursday, we'll see a chance of showers. And on Thursday, a 90% chance of thunderstorms. So we definitely need to be on the lookout for that.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Jamarlo.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.